Hi, I'm Joseph O'Connor, and this is another short video in the series of Coaching the Brain. Talking about goals, what we want, what's important to us, how we plan to achieve it, and the type of thinking that can get in the way. System 1 thinking, the parts of the brain that engage in that habitual, quick, easy thinking that gives quick, easy answers that really aren't right. And as coaches, it's important that we frame our questions in such a way as to invite System 2 thinking, the reflective, deeper thinking that will give better answers, which is exactly what we need in coaching. System 2 will give answers that System 1 cannot give. So, how can we frame our questions in the best way? Well, one thing we can look at in terms of how we frame our questions is whether they are framed in terms of gain or loss. Because our brain hates losing. It's deeply built into us. We hate losing more than we like winning. And therefore, if a question is framed in such a way as what you're going to lose, it's going to be more impactful than what you're going to gain. More emotionally impactful at a deeper level. So it's important as coaches we know what sort of question we're asking. Why questions will nearly always engage System 1 because why questions ask for a justification. Why did you do this? System 1 will come up with a justification because System 1 tries to make things true and therefore will explain, and it's possible to explain, any action that you do. So, in terms of asking why questions, if you want values, if you want to know what's important, then that's the best question to ask. What's important to you about this? Don't ask why did you do it, because you'll get good justifications. Nobody likes to look stupid, nobody likes to look wrong. Closed questions are always priming because they direct the thinking in a particular way. Of course, closed questions are those questions that can only be answered by yes or no, one thing or the other. Clients don't usually challenge our questions. They don't say to you, oh, that's a closed question. You sure you're asking me a closed question? It's directing my thinking. But I think clients should be aware, and I certainly encourage coaches, and do myself, to tell clients, if I ask you a closed question, spot it. Extra points if you spot it. Some closed questions are useful ones, but usually they're not, because they're direct thinking. So it gives the client a little bit of spare cognitive capacity to look at the form of the question and not just to react to it. Finally, the words that we use can prime our clients' thinking. And there's a really great example of this that comes from an experiment by a researcher called Elizabeth Loftus. And she showed a video to a number of different people, a short video of a car crash. Two cars hit each other. Okay? And with the first group of people, she asked them to estimate how fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other. The second group, she asked, how fast do you think they were going when the cars collided with each other? Third group, she asked, how fast do you think the cars were going when the cars bumped into each other? Next group, she asked, how fast do you think the cars were going when the two cars hit each other? And finally, she asked the last group, how fast do you think the cars were going when they contacted each other? Now, the first group, who were asked to estimate how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other, average was 41 miles per hour. The group that were asked, how fast do you think the cars were going when they contacted each other, average 32 miles per hour. Everybody saw the same video. What's more, when groups were asked whether they saw broken glass as a result of the crash, most of the people who were asked how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other, saw broken glass. Well, they thought they saw broken glass, but actually there wasn't any. So the words that we use can be really important. That's an example. And as coaches, we need to be careful that our own biases and our own ideas don't come into our questions that in turn will prime our clients. More about this on coachingthebrain.com if you want to learn more, and another video where we will start to summarize some of the important things in goals, the neuroscience of goals.